Hello everyone, Alien Volt here, and I am playing Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition.
Two options. We can go back the way I came through the
This is digitally remastered.
Safe. Or we can go through the prison blocks and get right into the
If you've played the original Gears of War released for PC back in 2007, you'll notice that the textures are much better in this game.
Let's take the prison blocks. I'm ready to kick some ass.
Now, Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition, just released for PC last week, and it has definitely had some issues, especially for AMD card users. Now, I'm running triple SLI on 3980s, and I have a little bit of stuttering as well. I noticed that my frame rate's still pretty decent, but even though I'm getting a high frame rate, I'm still getting stuttering in performance, almost like a skipping. A freezing almost. And it has nothing to do with necessarily my system. The game itself just has some issues with performance. I don't think it was really optimized and cleaned up for release. Now this is a game that's actually released through the Windows Store now, which is something new. And if they continue to do this, this might be good news for PC users, because we will then be able to play some Xbox exclusive titles that we were exempt from playing before. Now you'll notice up in the right hand corner I have the original 2007 version playing along the side with the 2016 version. And you'll notice right off the bat that the textures, especially in the environment and the buildings, is drastically improved for this version. This version was actually released for 4K in mind, although they did not release ultra-wide monitors, nor did they support stretching of the standard 1080p. But it will go up to 4K for those of you with 4K monitors.
You're blocking my shots.
Now, they didn't just take the same game and upgrade the textures. They actually changed the level design, which was a surprise for me because I expected the same game with just better textures. But that's not the case. They've actually created entirely new levels for this game, which is good. And it's a sign of good things to come from Microsoft. Perhaps in the future we'll actually get more detailed games that were past release that were excluded, like Halo series, for example. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for that, because that's something I never really played. I never bought an Xbox. I was a PlayStation owner for many years, and you know, I switched to PC, and I kept the PlayStation around for this and that, but mostly I've pretty much played PC since around 98. Now, one thing you may notice too, that in the difference of the games, I've switched here to the 2007 version of the game that I'm actually showing on the big screen right now, and you'll see the textures are definitely much worse than the 2016 version. But another thing you'll notice though is that the lighting and reflections, especially on the character's uniform, almost seem better in the 2007 version, which was pretty surprising to me. But as far as the details in the buildings, it's definitely lacking.
Get ready. Here they come.
You'll notice the metal on the suit, on his uniform, on his suit here, just looks, to me, it just looks shinier. Which is something that, you know, you really don't get on this version for the 2016. It's supposed to be metal, but it could almost be leather with as dull as it is. It's almost like a bluing of a handgun or a rifle, no shine to it. And not that that's a bad thing, because that may be the intended. It's just not, doesn't really stand out like the 2007 version does. But I like it. And I'm all about graphics, so replaying this thing through with a 2016 remastered version is the thing to do for me. I think it's great. But I'm still hoping that this is the first of a lot of good things to come from Microsoft. Even the cutscenes are different, and I actually had to speed up and slow down the videos to get them to try to sync as best as I could, because they're actually different lengths, which again was pretty surprising for me. Now, another thing that you may have noticed too, if you were taking a look at both videos, the 2007 version actually seems a little tougher. There's a lot more mobs, a lot more NPCs to kill. And I don't know if maybe it was the difficulty level that I was playing it on, or whether that was just the way the game was designed. I suspect it was the way the game was designed, because you'll notice there's a lot more grenades to pick up too on the floor. And that was another thing that was surprising. I didn't really expect them to remake the game and make it easier. But that's exactly what it looks like they did.
Not really.
Now you'll notice the graphics are vastly improved, especially for the characters. It looks really good. Now, keep in mind that this version wasn't necessarily redone for PC users alone. It was released on Xbox back in November of 2015. Just released to PC this week, or this last week for us. Although the Xbox owners didn't get 4K like we did.
Once and for all. Yeah, right.
Sensors are picking up enemy movement, sir. Close by.
Look guys! Take cover!
I'd be interested to see in your comments on which graphics you like best. Do you like the original? Do you like the new version? Do you actually like the reflections better on the 2007 version? Or do you like the more bland design that they went with on the 2016? And not that it's bad, like I said, it's very similar to the bluing of rifles and pistols to keep intentionally the reflectiveness off of them, so that way they don't draw attention to soldiers or law enforcement officers. You don't want something shiny when you're trying to shoot at an enemy.
Will we have air support?
What? Are you kidding? You are the support, son! Nemesis are keeping our birds out of the area! Nemesis are keeping our birds out of the area! You'll have to move in on foot!
We're screwed.
But the lieutenant here will be feeding you intel.
Yes, sir.
But I think I'm going to have fun playing through this.
Now would be the lead.
And if you'd like to see any more videos on this, leave the comments down below, and I'll see what I can do about putting some more videos up.
Give me 110%, Phoenix. You to give me
I'm not doing this for
110%,
you.
Phoenix.
I'm not doing this for you. Enemy reinforcements!
Take cover.
Enemy reinforcements!
Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.